whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Had just finished cleansing this particular area of the forge with a giant power hammer in the center of the room, which you proceeded to use to crush one of the fire newts. And basically, you did the same thing metaphorically to all the other fire newts, except your fiery boy friend, whose compadre's fiery blood scorch marks just litter this room. And he's just standing there in sort of a glazed look on his face. But I think he just decided to attack you or something because the charm spell hadn't worked.
I think the charm
person.
No, so Eddie charmed him correctly, but I failed to make him our friend under that effect.
Okay, yeah. So he's still friends with Eddie's character, but he decided to
he's suspicious
stab
of
up
us.
the cook or something, right?
Don't hurt him. He's my best friend.
I didn't know that he was outright attacking. I just thought that when this ended, he wasn't going to be friendly to us. We were trying to recruit him.
A bit of tension, I think.
Let's play this out then. You see him sort of. You see his sort of fiery, lithe body shuffle up to... What's Eddie's character's name again?
Scramble.
And he sort of stands shoulder to shoulder with you, arms crossed, sort of looking out scathingly at the rest of you with a harumphing noise that you get the impression is these guys, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? I like this guy.
What do you do?
All right, chaps. Next room.
As in, I'm sort of I'm trying to I suppose that I kind of look at I look at God, where's your name gone? It always changes.
The name changes or his location?
Sumo Man.
Sumo Man. I mean, it's
Caesar.
Isn't. I can't see Caesar in the name list. Where's it gone?
Caesar Chameleon. His character sheet is assigned just to him.
Oh, that'd be the reason why.
I think I've made it visible to everyone.
I don't see Caesar in there. I see Fleeb, Scramble, and Jax.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so I saw look at Caesar and be like, do you want to put the fire lizard in front of the door? Not your word last time. I
mean, yeah, but I thought that we were going to be buddies with the fire newt. But
yeah, we're just trying to make friends with them legitimately. We ran. My thing's over, I don't know what it was. I don't know what I did. I say, just in case, behind my hand, just in case he can hear me. No harder for him to hear, but without him seeing my mouth.
I'm pretty damn sure that's not how possession works, but nonetheless.
And so how long?
Possession, we're buddies.
How long does Charm Humanoid last for?
I think it's an hour.
Okay, sweet. Is it concentration, or is it just a spell and then it's done?
I don't think it's concentration. I think it's just a spell.
Okay,
yeah, duration 1 hour.
Okay, so
go on. We got a bit of time here. Let's have lunch.
Would it specify concentration? Let's have lunch.
What was the? I think it's literally been less than 5, maybe even 10 minutes since we actually ate.
Where does concentration come up? Where does it say concentration?
It would just say.
We traveled around the whole place.
I don't think it is. I'm just trying to have a look for a spell that is concentration. So
no, it's not. It's not concentration.
You see a Carl turns to Scramble and says, "Listen, if you can keep that thing under control, then that's fine. But as soon as it looks at us the wrong way or even comes over to me, I'm gonna crush it. All right? I need you.
You do what you want, Carl. He's my friend."
And then you see him sort of grumble in Dwarvish to himself.
If he's your friend, can you just ask him nicely?
What does he say? Because I speak Dwarvish.
He says, "Motherfucking fiery bastard, why can't he just kill?" And then something about killing and maiming.
I see.
Can I roll an insight just to see if I know that I failed to make friends with this guy or if I think he likes me?
I love it. Go for it. Okay.
See, what is that? A 10. Oh, very average. Who knows?
I'm going to say, with a 10, you think that you're still on good terms with him, but you just chose the wrong dish. That's not his taste. That's what you think.
Oh, then of course I'm spending the next time. All right, boys. Hold on, it's Master Chef time.
Oh no.
We're turning this room into a kitchen and making a variety of dishes.
Can I do a knowledge nature roll to effectively know, do I know the basic sentient properties of a fire newt?
Yeah.
Like, how sentient are they?
I would say that's a history check.
Sure, that's even better.
Okay. With an 11, your knowledge of them via your studies is limited. They're humanoid. They have sentience in the sense that they can think for themselves and take actions. They have a society. It's just a very primitive society revolving around sort of taking resources and, just pillaging. They're a pillaging society.
If I remember correctly, we completely obliterated, I think it was some sort of mage in the corner where I am.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Around here. So, right next to where I'm stood, I think he had some sort of fancy armor in his little token, but I'm not sure whether that's still the case. But can I loot that corpse and present him with either the helmet or some armor, the newt?
Okay, cool. What you discover is that this fire newt's sort of armor is very pretty, and it looks like it's made out of a very shiny metal, but make a investigation check. Okay. With a 12, you get the sense that this armor is not particularly well made, and it serves a more ceremonial purpose than actual physical defense purpose.
Is it better than what he's currently got on, though?
It's better in the sense that he would look more badass.
I'm definitely giving it to him.
Hell yeah.
I'm like,
Okay, cool.
I go up to him like, here, this is for you. Thanks for helping us out. Like, give it to him. If he doesn't take it, I'm just gonna throw it into his hand so he has to catch it.
Yeah, I pull out a little flute to do a little fanfare.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this token here so that you can see the degree of badassery that he looks.
It looks pretty badass now.
It looks like that.
Oh yeah!
Wow, that is some badassery.
So he looks. You see the fire newt, fiery boy, looks towards Scramble, holding this ceremonial armor, and has this quizzical look on his face, as if, this really?
I gave him 2 big thumbs up and a big smile.
Okay, he puts it on in a kind of slow, reluctant, like adolescent child sort of way.
God, look at him. He's cool growing up.
Sweet.
Is the hammer still banging in the middle of the room, by the way?
It very much is.
This room is banging.
What a room.
I was going to attempt to listen at the door, but that might seem a bit pointless.
You'd be listening with disadvantage because you'd be listening in between the power hammer strikes.
Yeah, might as well do it anyway.
Go for it. So give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage perception. Perception. It was a bad roll anyway.
Okay. So what you hear
I'll take my first roll.
is like basically silence, followed by the incredibly loud metallic thud of the hammer behind you, followed by more silence.
Perfect.
I don't think there's anyone behind this door.
Ideal. I give the fire newt a friendly pat on the back and gesture for him to go first. Off you go, mate.
Okay, so I would say it's not.
Unless
so
we were
much...
stopping for lunch, in which case.
Does anyone need health? I'm out of inspiration at the moment.
No, I don't need health. No.
Don't particularly need it. I mean,
Don't think I took any damage. No, I didn't take any damage that fight.
Yeah, to be fair, that was a.
It was a newt fighting stuff with a lightning bolt and a few.
How's a Carl doing for health?
Let me have a look. See. He looks okay. Let me figure out. It tells me his health, but now I got to remember what is it. What is that out of?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fine, to be honest.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, if we don't mind me not having inspiration, I'm happy to keep going.
Sweet. So who's going through what door in what order?
Heck, I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. You open the
Well
door.
volunteered.
I'm just gonna activate my shield before I go through, so
Okay.
it flies.
That's happening. You see a corridor. Let me describe to you that corridor. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. 2 on opposite sides of the corridor, 10 feet in front of you, and then another 15 feet in front of you. You see another 2 doors. And beyond that, what you see is... Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong layer. Give me a second. Beyond that, what you see is a little sort of stone patio, and then another branch of this lava river. And I'll see if I can give you more of that over here. Awesome. Okay. And it also kind of... Give me a perception check.
Okay. Button.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's kind of very similar in this room, in this area, to the previous rooms, except maybe a little bit less metallic and a little bit more sulfurous.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna hop on through. If we're not hearing anything, I'll just be like, "Come on, guys, follow me!" And again, doing the like
You see
little scuttle, the hand gestures to make everyone run at a time. Yeah,
none of us understand.
I'm like, "Go, go!" And then I run forward to the next door and listen at the edge.
the left one or the right one?
I'll do the left one, and I'm like I'm gesturing to someone else. Actually, I'll go forward and do this one, and I guess we'll all. I'm gesturing. I don't know if people will follow, but I'm gesturing to us all to scuttle up to the different doors and listen at them.
I don't know what those. I don't know what he's trying to tell us.
You see a Carl.
Hey, let me roll performance for you. Yeah, you don't know what I'm telling you.
You see Akarl's just happy to be moving, and he whispers just as you depart, Jax, "You're doing Mardin's work, boy. Let's get going." He just seems excited. And the rest of you do what?
I'm like, yeah, dude, just don't jump into lava again.
So the doors have grates on them, or they're just like stone doors, or they're effectively you can't see through them. I take it they're just
No, they're wooden doors that you cannot see through.
okay. So by that mind, should we just, open all of them?
Who are you asking?
Like
all
everybody
at the same time.
Yeah, like
why not one at a time in case there's things there?
Yeah, but like if we're gonna make a noise anyway.
Okay,
he makes a point.
At this
the enemy, right?
Everybody give me a stealth check as you poorly shuffle your way into this corridor with disorganized whispering.
If we're gonna make a noise anyway.
18, 20, 13, 10. Oh, wow. Let me do one for Akarl. Akarl's one might be the deciding roll.
Because you're covered in armor.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so...
Clank, 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 clank.
Carl comes in like, "Where's the fucking fire newts?" Just like shouting at the top of his lungs.
As you're having this conversation, you see that all these doors open, and inside of this one, you see some fire newts. Inside of this one, you see a fire newt Jax, and then everybody needs to roll initiative as the fire newts come rushing out.
Fuck, I'm in the middle.
We've had a good idea there.
Ooh, not a bad number.
Where's my initiative?
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
that +5 because I haven't worked out how to add my alertness yet.
How do you do that?
Initial 22, yeah. Don't mind.
Mine was. How do you add it?
How do you what? Oh, you don't.
Click on your.
He'll press a button after. Oh yeah, click your token.
Click on your token and then click initiative, and then you might need to rewrite what you got the first time.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh dear.
How do we reorder these? How do you reorder the turn
we
orders?
don't reorder them.
Yeah.
Now they're reordered.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Cool.
But Dan's actually at 3 roasted.
Yeah.
Alright, just let me.
Yeah, you can reorder them.
I'm like,
just before we start.
Okay, cool.
Hope our boy gets involved.
Sweet. So first up, we have Scramble.
I think it won't matter. Like charmed, I don't think means he'll fight for you.
No, but he has just he
does think we're
killed
friends,
a bunch
though.
of his allies. I mean, a bunch of other fire newts,
Oh, yeah,
and we just
actually,
gave him an upgrade. Yeah.
Who
knows how it's gonna go?
I forgot about Fiery Boy. Let's roll for Fiery Boy and see what he does. I'm gonna label him.
Party needs a mascot. Fiery Boy's here.
I can't seem to relabel him. So I'll just have to remember him as number 10. Cool. So he's just lower in the order.
My spells do.
So I'll say he follows behind. Where is Scramble? You guys are all packed in. Oh, he's behind Scramble.
We are packed in.
Sweet. Okay. So, therefore, the first react is Scramble. What would Scramble like to do?
I'm gonna try something I haven't tried yet. I'm gonna try and use color spray. Like step into the door where I've been told there are 2 of them, like roughly where Akal is, and color spray towards these guys because I think I can probably hit both of them. I will ping you my color spray. How do I do? Oh no, I don't want to use it. I want to show it to you. How do I do that? Or do I just have to?
Just click the name of it, I think.
What level? Well, I mean, it's going to be a first level.
Okay, so roll 60-10. That's how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Starting the creature of the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Each creature's hit points from the total before moving to the next lowest. The creature AP must be equal to or less than the remaining for it to be affected. Cool. All right. So roll me 6d10, please.
Give this a go.
Okay, 23.
Not the greatest roll, but you know.
So each creature affected. Okay, cool. So you get right in the face of this front one.
I'm like, guys, I got this, and I just like unleash a spray of color from my hand. I step through I peer around the doorway and just throw what looks like magical dust at them.
Whoa, trippy, dude.
Okay, so you only managed to affect this front one, but he is
one is better than none.
Well and truly blinded until the beginning of your next turn? Is that the idea?
End of my next turn.
Okay, sweet.
So you get advantage. That's cool. You get advantage against them, I think.
And he gets disadvantage on his attacks and stuff, right?
Well, it's just the first one.
I think that's right.
Whatever blinded does.
Cool, yeah.
I then take a step back because that's my action for the turn. So
well, technically, you're in a 5-foot space, so you would have to take a step back into the room behind you.
Oh, I mean, can I just back up the corridor, though?
Oh, yeah, you can go back. Yeah, because they...
Like where my token currently is, sort of thing. Step in, step out, sort of thing. If I need to use cunning action to disengage, that's fine.
Yes,
but if I don't, I will hide instead.
Okay, he would make an attack with disadvantage. An attack.
Then I will.
You could just let him have a disadvantage.
Oh, a disadvantage.
The attack if you want to stealth, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Okay. No, I'll give him the opportunity attack, and I'll use cunning action to hide instead round the corner.
Okay. His first attack is a
11 does not
11
hit.
Does not hit. Okay, so he slashes wildly while covering his eyes with his sort of flamey claw. Is that the end of your turn?
I'm going to use my cunning action to hide.
Okay, stealth roll.
That'll be that.
Okay,
20.
You feel pretty damn hidden.
Sneak around the corner behind the door or something.
Sweet. All right, next up is Jax.
Okay, so if I poke my head and look through this door properly, I guess I'll look on both sides.
Sorry.
And just peek. So I'm at the front here, and I'm peeking around just into these 2 rooms.
Okay, cool.
So either side of me.
What you see is kind of this kind of action here. So
you
look into this bottom room, and you see some more fancy armored dudes sort of look like they were in the middle of an argument of their own. And then in this other one at the top here, you see a bunch of fire newts with like dice on the ground, like they were playing a game.
Nerds.
Who plays games?
This looks like knuckle bones or something is strewn across the ground.
Okay.
So, just as a question, there's a door that's on the I don't know how to ping.
Hold down.
Hold down.
Long breath.
There's a door here, right? Isn't there? In front, or is there no door here?
There is a door there, yeah.
Okay, just hasn't opened.
Didn't open.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to. I'm gonna cast the Bane spell.
Dun dun dun.
I'm gonna go Blink Dagger.
Your microphone's seriously clipped. Then I missed the sweet rhyme.
There was no rhyme.
It was just him
Just
screaming.
screaming.
Just screaming.
And I'm going to cast this upper level. I'm going to cast this at second level, so I get to target 4 creatures.
Okay, within the range of 30 feet. Yeah.
So I'm going to hit these 2 boys and these 2.
Okay.
And they all have to make char saves.
Okay, Charisma save against your DC, which is what, 14?
14, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
And then everyone that fails for the next minute with my concentration active, they have to take away a d4 from everything they do, basically.
All their ability checks and attack rolls and saving throws and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I'm going to start with these guys over here because you named them first. So this is the top one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry, that's the wrong character.
All right.
Let's just forget that one. Charisma, here we go. Okay, so 14, because it matches your...
Yeah, he passes.
Okay, he passes. The next one rolls a 13,
I'm going to
so
use
he
this
fails.
as my... Yep, I'm going to use that as my concentration symbol.
Oh, nice. Thank you. So Bane, I'm going to say, is this heart with some dirt on it. And then I'm going to do this guy up here. And to be fair, I kind of rolled for that character up there, so I'll say he's affected by it. And
Cool.
so therefore that one's there. And then this is the last roll for the last warrior. Ready, go. Okay, so that's a 5. So he's Bane
Beautiful.
as well. Okay, so...
And... let's see, my shield's already flying around me. I don't think there is anything else I need to do with a minor action right now.
Okay, sweet. I'll say as you screech these words in their direction, you actually see musical notes from like sheet music take shape in the air, and they're dripping this kind of black, tarry substance as they splash their way onto the enemies.
Nice.
Sweet.
Be
Alright, that's-
cursed!
Cool. All right, so that's the end of your turn. Next up is the warriors. Okay, so that means, goodness gracious me. Okay, firstly, this blind one is going to just slash at the thing in front of him, which is a Carl with disadvantage. 16, I think that might hit a Carl. I think, let's check. Yep, that just hits him, so that's going to be 2 slashing damage. So how could he roll the same thing twice? That's crazy. Okay, so a Carl takes a little like nick on the side of his cheek, and he just grits his teeth even harder. And then this guy behind is gonna try to... goodness me. I'm gonna say he's gonna try and spit fire, which means that a Carl needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So therefore, that's going to be a 11.
Oh, and Paul, do you still have your
Yes,
you still have your ward up?
Yeah. My ward doesn't go.
It's
as far
once
as
a
I'm
day,
aware.
right?
Once I've cast a abjuration spell, it is there.
Yeah, for the rest of the day, and then
Well, I think it's for 8 hours technically. And then it dissipates. It's the same period of time as mage armor, I believe.
Cool.
And then the other newt next to him is going to spit fire at a Carl as well, because I don't think they can technically see anyone else in that gap really. So they've got to make a dexterity. He's got to make a dexterity saving throw. I can't tell. Oh, it didn't. Nothing happened. Let's try again. Ooh, with 3, he definitely gets hit by that one. So that means he's going to take 2d8 fire damage. So that's like this. Whew, 14, jeez.
Oh, that's high roll.
A Carl is looking rough. He's got scorch marks over about 80% of his body. And then go on.
Can your ward protect against any kind of damage, or is it just...
Oh, yeah, I could eat some of that. How much does Professor want to eat? Can I choose how much I eat?
I think so.
do you want me to check?
Yeah.
Actually, maybe, I don't know.
No. You don't. You just reduce it. Your ward takes it instead, and if the ward goes to 0, they take the overflow. And the ward lasts until you finish a long rest, so it doesn't have a duration on it.
Well, sure, this guy can eat it, so he'll only take 1 point of damage because I've got 13 of my arcane ward left.
Jeez. Okay.
Sweet.
So.
Which means that if I now cast another spell, it regenerates. Or no, it just goes down to 0 HP. I can't recast it; it just goes down to 0 hit points.
No,
So
it still exists, right?
yeah, but my point being is that when I cast a spell, it doesn't get double.
It's
I
not-
only heal it effectively.
You would heal it by the increased value, not by the starting value.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then this guy is gonna try to walk over to the other side of the room because he can't see shit at the moment. So he's gonna try and shuffle past his blind colleague and in fact just knocks his colleague on the ground. So this guy is also blind, but now he's prone as well. And therefore this guy is gonna
Double
try
advantage.
he's gonna try to
Thank you.
scimitar Akal, but because there's all this shit there, I'm gonna say Akal has half cover. So that's gonna be like this. And that does not hit Akal, luckily. And then he's going to attack again with his scimitar, and that does not hit Akal either. So he's just, imagine this sword just poking through the gap in this door, but just no fire newt holding it. Awesome. So next up is going to be Baney McBaneface over here. He is going to try to move, which I don't think is at disadvantage. And he's going to come out here. And then he's going to try and attack Jex. But he has to take a minus D4 to his attack, right? Is that right? Okay, sweet. So that means he rolls a 12, which I don't think hits you. Jex?
I can't hear there.
Sorry, I was on mute. Nope, that's correct.
Sweet. He's going to slash at you again with all that
Bring it on! Come on!
all that brown tar musical notes dripping off of him. So that's a 13.
He misses!
Okay, he looks very sickly in front of you there. And then this other fire newt that isn't baned is going to come shuffling past him and try to fire breath you. So give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie. This button. Nah, that's not great.
I think if you meet the DC, then you save, right?
No. Yes, sorry, for the save, yes.
Okay, cool. So that means you only take half of this. I think I forgot to do the half before, but I remembered now, so that's how it's gonna work.
Fair enough.
2d8, so that's wow, you take 2 fire damage.
Okay. I do have to, however, make a concentration save, but luckily I get to do that with advantage because I'm a warcaster.
And it's
I
DC
make it.
10. Nice. Okay,
Yep.
so you maintain concentration.
So I take 2.
And then this guy is gonna try and fire breath you through the little diagonal. So but he's got Bane, so does that do anything for your saving throw?
No, only his own saving throws.
Okay.
So I should make another dex save.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Ooh,
you
nice.
save. So you take half of the. Did I say 2d8s? Okay, sweet. So you take 6 fire damage.
Ooh, that's nasty. Okay, well I have to make still a DC 10.
Yeah.
Oh, nat 20.
Nice, nailed it. Okay. You see the fire newts kind of with disbelief on their face as you continue to tap dance around their flames. And you see this fire
It's like,
newt,
oh, it's getting hot. Oh!
he's just sort of like shuffling around in the back here. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, there's fire newts fucking everywhere.
Yes,
So
they are.
They basically can't do anything. They're just going to wait for their turn. Cool. So that means it is Professor's turn.
Fleeb.
Everybody out!
Oh my word.
Already out.
I think everybody out makes sense. Like, I don't know, maybe not, because then these guys are just gonna get trapped in the middle, aren't they?
Maybe everybody else is a good idea.
Hey, can you do that lightning shit again?
Yeah, but I can only hit 2 of them at my current angle.
Okay, let's bring them back into a line. Let's lure them
Yeah,
back.
that's what I was wanting to do.
Lure them back through the corridor.
Yeah, and then nuke them.
Ooh.
But we've got to get out first, and you're you've got quite a while until your turn again.
That's fine. You can ready. You could go to the door and ready and wait for us to get through.
Yeah, but I've got to wait for you to be surrounded first.
Well, I mean, if you're saying you can't do anything right now, then you can ready because I'll have a turn and then they'll have a turn
Can
before
you
your
fire a
next
lightning
one.
bolt into there though?
It's a straight line.
Straight
So I
diagonal
could.
line?
Yeah, but as in, like, I get 2.
There might be one here.
Well, last time you were hitting 3 of them along the diagonal, but I think we can do this. You can use.
I'll say because Akal's there, you can see, or he conveys to you that it's just the corner of the room.
Like I can just lightning bolt those guys out the way and just try and just do some damage. It's just.
Do what you want.
What other spells do you have?
I've got things like magic. Like I've got stuff that can deal damage. It's just that I don't want to use the lightning bolt.
Sure,
And
then
only
just
get
do
2 of
like a
them.
cantrip. Just do like a cantrip or something this turn and wait until we've got them in a line.
Cool. I lean past you then, and as the guy the blinded guy or whatever, the baned guy in front of you leans forward, I try and grab it by the slimy hand and do shocking grasp.
Okay, so you grab the blinded guy, and he's on the ground. So
Is it the Bane guy or the blind one?
The baned guy.
He's going
the
for
one
this one.
in front of Jax.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a melee spell attack that hits. Roll damage.
What is there? It's a D8. Oh no.
I think you might. You can try clicking the name of it that came out in the thing.
Oh, cool. Well, how does that make any sense?
It puts a little macro in, so if you hit, you can just click the damage button.
Where's my bonus damage come from?
It's 2d8s.
You are level 5 at least now, so it's been upgraded.
Oh shit.
Nice. Okay, so you see this baned, dripping tar-covered fire newt who struggled to hit Jax just has this huge scorch mark on the front of his fiery chest, and he looks pretty shaken up.
Pretty shocked.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else you would like to do, Professor?
I've cast all my spells I can do. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay, sweet. Next up is these little warlocks over here. So this one is going to pop his little head out the door, and he is going to contemplate. He looks much more measured and calm than the other ones. So he is going to try to open his palm and release a beam of scorching energy at Jax.
Yay!
Which requires a ranged spell attack. So that's going to be an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay. So that is going to be 12 fire damage.
Okay, let me roll my concentration. No. I just fail. Bane is done.
Okay, so Bane is no longer applicable.
Or is it half the damage?
Sorry, I don't know what you mean. When Bane concentration
Is the
goes away.
DC the damage, or is it... Sorry, let me just check the concentration rules. Concentration. When you do so, you blah, blah, blah. See concentration below. Taking damage. Oh, half the damage. Nope, sorry, I do pass.
Oh, cool. So hold on. It says this creates 3
But I
rays.
take 12.
Does each ray do 12 fire damage? Or is that just total damage?
Let's see, 3 rays on a hit. He attacks with each ray separately, and he can attack. Each ray can be against any target.
Oh,
So he
okay,
could blast all 3 at me.
Okay, no, he's going to attack the tall, elderly fellow behind you.
Oh!
He's going to try to
Could be
hit
anyone.
you, but I think with an 11 he probably misses.
Is this just against standard AC?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm across. Yeah, that misses. Yeah.
Okay, so the scorching ray basically scorches past your ear hairs, being...
Ow!
I assume you have ear hairs, and then he's
Well,
gonna...
I don't have them anymore.
He was gonna, and then all he can really see beyond you is the enormous sumo taking up most of the corridor. So he's gonna try to scorching ray you, but with the 22, I assume that hits.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 9 fire damage.
Okay.
So can I click that? Okay, sweet. All right. Then you see there's this other sort of warlock looking. Well, Jax is the only one that can hear shuffling really, and you hear another warlock sort of shuffle themselves around, and he's going to move through his allies back here, and he is going to more circumspectly. What is he going to do? He is going to cast Mage Armor on himself. You see a shimmering series of barriers appear in front of him, and that is the end of his turn. Now it's Fiery Boy. What do you beseech Fiery Boy to do?
Get in there, boy!
Okay, how do you try to convey this to him? Because you don't speak the same language.
No, I'm like, I guess I'm like waving my arm in like a little circle, like like sports coaches do when they like go, like see their team running past, like go 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 sort of thing. As I like with my other hand, like thumb towards the corridor, like sort of thing. So
Okay,
like I've got like a whirlwind motion with one hand, and like a go 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 sort of whirlwind motion. The other hand's just like pointing.
Give me a performance check to see if you can convey this using charades.
Performance, I'm fucking great at performance. +0.
Okay.
10.
With a 10, your windmill gesture causes Fiery Boy, which I think we put like, oh no, that's you. So we put Fiery Boy here. So he basically walks around to the other side of the power hammer and gestures towards the power hammer, going almost like, do you want to use this? Is this what you're talking about?
Oh, Fiery Boy, I can't stay mad at you.
He starts looking around for like tools that he might use to operate the power hammer, and that is the.
I then just
Go on.
point more.
Okay.
I'm like I changed from the whirlwind to just pointing down the corridor.
Okay,
but it
cool.
doesn't. I assume it's too late for that, so it doesn't matter.
We'll see what he does on his next turn. Next up is
Yeah.
Caesar.
I'm just gonna open arm strike the guy on the floor. You can't see.
If you're doing a melee attack, then you roll with advantage.
Cool. Roll. That.
So roll again.
Whoa!
Ooh, natural 20.
Whoa!
So that's basically 13 bludgeoning damage to this one on the ground. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, with this open-handed strike,
It was an elbow drop.
Oh, sorry, an elbow drop.
KO out of nowhere.
You must have cut off his fiery circulation to his brain for a period of time, and he looks to be convulsing on the ground. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah. Can I also spend key point flurry of blue? So it's 2 more.
Go for it. Okay. With an 8 and an 11, you get a bit excited and start punching the door frame and missing the prone fire newt on the ground. You have one more attack, right?
Just so you know, Dan, you can press advantage at the top of your sheet before you do this.
I'm doing it on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what.
I think there might be
some
a tab using that extension, but I'm not sure where it is for advantage.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do another attack.
Yep, go for it.
D&D Beyond can import into Roll20.
Yeah, it sort of sends the rolls.
It's saying it was a plugin that.
Yeah, so I'm clicking stuff in D&D Beyond, and it's rolling stuff in Roll20.
Oh, cool.
You connect with that last one.
Hit it again just to see if you crit down.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
As an advantage.
Because the guy's still on the ground and
He's
blinded.
Still on the ground, yeah. Okay, cool. So you do
double advantage.
You do another 6 damage, and you watch the flames that form this fire newt's body start to like spread out along the ground like a campfire that has been kicked apart, and he does not look good. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna step back into the corridor.
Cool.
Well, away from Crowd out.
Actually, did the blindness end at the end of Scrammle's turn, or have we not had him?
It's
He
on
hasn't
my
had the
next
second
turn, yeah.
Sweet, awesome. Okay, that's the end of your turn, Caesar.
Yep.
Okay, Scrammle's turn.
Alright, I like pull an arrow out of my quiver, give it a little twirl as I load my longbow, pop round the corner, and yell, "Everybody duck!" And assuming they do, I unleash a shot at this guy here, who hopefully is very surprised by the fact that everybody ducks and an arrow then sticks him in the forehead.
I
Yeah.
don't duck. I turn back to look at you as the arrow goes over my head.
Oh, good point.
I think you were hidden, so you roll with advantage.
I was. I just wanted to do it in a cool way.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so
Just 24 hit him.
hits, roll damage.
Brilliant. Alright, and I'm going to get the sneak attack on that. So 16 damage in total.
Nice. You basically put an arrow through this guy's eye, and he collapses on the ground, dead.
Beautiful. And then, like, a cunning action to duck back behind the door and hide again.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Oops, that wasn't meant to be with advantage. Ignore that. I just forgot to change the tab. 15. Take the 15.
Okay, cool. You feel medium stealthy, but shooting a guy in the eye makes you fairly visible, or at least people are somewhat aware. So we'll see what happens on your turn.
We'll see if they've got object permanence or not. I'm back round the corner.
Yeah, okay. So next up is Jexy Boy.
All right. I'm leading the front of this, retreat against all
Now
these fiery
blindness
boys.
ends. Sorry.
So I think I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
But I need people to. I back up into the professor, but I could get past him. I'm like, dude, get out of here! You're the one who said clear out.
Oh,
It's not
right,
that I
I
can't
see.
go through-
I see.
I could go through him, but then I would be leaving him with all of the fiery boys who are about to act.
Okay, so you're taking the
So
dodge action.
I'll take dodge action and hold my ground.
Okay, so they'll have disadvantage to attack you.
Yep, and I'll get advantage on dex saving throws.
Sweet. Now we've got the fire newt. So
Smart boy.
this fire newt is going to step up quicker than his baned brethren and attempt to hit you with disadvantage and also with bane. With a natural 1, I'll say he slashes himself in the foot, doing 1 damage.
I'm like, whoa, dude! What are you doing with that thing? I start laughing at him.
He overestimates your shortness and slashes himself in the foot instead of you.
And I'm doing I've got my fists up like a boxer doing fast feet, dodge and jump inside to side, bring it, come on.
You see this baned guy sort of run through his brethren and try to take up a more strategic position in the back. And then you see this other one sort of come in to take his place and spit another fireball at you. So give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Yeah. Button, page. Oh, nat 20.
Natural 20. Okay, I'll say you take half of this damage. But yeah, with a nat 23, fire damage seems appropriate. You basically just scorched the soles of your little booties.
Beautiful. And I lose my concentration on Bane.
Oh, damn. So that means I can remove these Bane symbols. Give me a second. Where did I put the Bane symbol? Oh, that's fine. I'm off the page.
I do a backflip, completely dodge the blast, and I'm too busy. I'm like, did you guys see that? Oh, I forgot to do my spell.
I'd love that it was because of the "did you see that" that you lost concentration. And I think that's all the things.
So cool. Oh.
Yeah, really cool, man, but I'm trying to stay hidden right now.
So, and then this guy comes up to the edge of the door, not wanting to be. He's getting a bit of FOMO about the corridor fight, and he's going to spit fire at you. So give me a dexterity saving throw
fire.
with spitting straight fire. With advantage.
Spitting straight fire.
19.
Okay, so you take half the 2d8 damage. So that means you take 5 fire damage.
Oh, still taking some pain.
It's
all right.
I suppose you're right at the front. You're a bard that's all about the adventure, and you're basically the meat shield for an entire party.
Yep.
But you do have the secret knowledge of the extra attack, so I suppose it makes sense.
Yep. College of Valor. That's what it's
Okay.
about.
So then next up, this fire newt is going to use half his movement to get up, and then he's going to try and strike Akal, because he blames Akal for the incredible pummeling he took at the hands of the monk. So he is going to try and attack Akal, but he misses with a 10. He's going to try and attack again, and he hits with a 27 slashing damage. Whew, he is angry as a fire newt. Okay, but he doesn't look good either. He's sort of using his last breath to try and get this done. And speaking of breath, we've got this dude over here who's going to try and spit fire at Akal, and then poor Akal is going to... Where is he? Oh, I forgot to roll for Akal. Fucking hell. No wonder he's been struggling so much.
Hasn't smacked anything yet.
Yeah, so I'm going to say he's going to take this opportunity to... Wait, go. There we go. He's going to take this opportunity. This is his moment. So he's going to take this opportunity to bail. And he's going to sort of...
Smart.
He's going to run back and think to himself, holy shit. And because it's my fault, I'll say that the guy that was in the doorway, his attack was basically the attack of opportunity he would have got. So this guy is going to jump out here and see... What does he see? The only thing he sees is the professor, so he's going to try and strike the professor. And he's going to try and hit you with this. 11, does that hit?
Nope, I've got an AC. I've got an AC of 15 at the moment because of Major Hammer.
Nice. So this guy is kind of he looks kind of less warmed up than the rest of them. He looks a bit rusty because he hasn't done much fighting. So he's going to try, but this time an 18 hits, I assume.
Yes, that does hit.
So that's 7 slashing damage.
Ow!
And then this guy is going to try and run through here. And then he can make it about here. And then he's going to make a perception check to see if he can see anything of note. He rolls a 3. So he doesn't really understand the situation, but he's going to try and strike Akal regardless. So he doesn't see the hidden rogue, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, with a 20, he hits.
How about the hidden sumo wrestler right next to him?
Big fat.
Hey.
Yes, right. He will
It's because you're drumming on your belly that he doesn't see Scramble.
I need to stop doing it. It's a nervous tick.
Now he's going to try and hit the sumo, but with a 12, I assume he misses.
Yeah.
Okay, so this other guy is going to try and run through here, and then he's going to take up position here next to the sumo, and he's going to try and hit you for 20.
Oof.
That hits.
So that's 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he's going to try and hit you again, this time with a 14.
That also.
Oh, that hits? Okay, so that's 7 slashing damage.
So that's 12.
No, it doesn't, because I gave you Mage Armor last time, and that would not have gone away.
Oh, I didn't update that on my character sheet.
Nice.
So you have +3 to your AC.
16. Yeah. So the second one hit, so it's 7 damage.
So the second one still hits even with your new AC. Is that what you're saying?
No, so I got it the wrong way around.
the
So
first
the first one did 5.
Wasn't he only attacking you once? Because the other one... Oh, no, it's another.
Yeah, it's a new.
So it's a different one, yeah.
This place is flooded with fire newts. You assumed that you found like their sleeping quarters.
Did one of them move past Scramble? Does he get an opportunity attack as it gets into that position?
Oh yes, he would. He would. So you can take your opportunity attack.
And you're breaking hiding, Eddie. So.
Hang on, sorry, let's move away from my computer for a second.
It's a cat trying to get out the door.
Not exactly.
So give me an attack with advantage, Eddie.
Oh, bollocks, that light's gone. Oh well, let's fix that later. Right, attack with advantage. Stab him. That one.
Okay, so you hit. Roll damage.
Does this count as... yeah, of course I get sneak attack. I rolled advantage.
No, you don't. I don't think you get sneak attack outside of your turn.
Yeah, it has to be on your turn. Cool.
Once
But
per
you
turn,
take,
you can deal extra damage.
a big chunk out of this guy's flaming.
Okay.
Oh, so you can do it outside of your turn, but not if you've done it during your turn.
It says once per turn. I don't know how that affects.
Maybe. Let me just Google this.
Well, per turn would imply it has to be on your turn. If it was per round, then it could be on your reaction too.
It depends exactly I would say because per turn is per each creature's turn strictly. But you don't get a multiple. Yes, apparently. From a quick Google.
Did
It's
you
what-
use it before? Or I suppose you could still.
I think you get it
Yeah. go
as
for it.
long as you're attacking once per. So he could get it on his turn and on an opportunity attack, but he can't get it twice on his own turn, even if he attacked twice.
Okay,
If
interesting.
I
Yeah.
get multiple opportunity attacks, would that be possible to sneak attack
You only
every
have
time?
one reaction,
only-
and the
you only
reaction
have one.
uses your.
Right, there are sneak attacks. Okay, so we're saying I can sneak attack on this.
Yeah, let's do it. It sounds like
Cool.
a fun
Good,
way to do
because
it.
that's a lot more damage.
Okay, cool. So that's 13.
To be fair, yeah, you were literally sneaking as you attacked him.
Yeah, exactly. You basically thrust your rapier into this guy's fiery thigh as he runs past you, and he looks like on death's door as a result of it.
Surprised to see me?
So that is the end of their turn. It's the professor's turn.
Well, they've all lined up for me, conveniently or inconveniently not. I'm going to lightning bolt down to the right.
Could you ready an action till I'm out of the way?
Oh, I see. I go like, I can't hold this for much longer, Jax. And you sort of hear this sort of like you sort of look behind you, and there's just the wizard who somehow magicked up a balloon and is rubbing it vigorously with one hand.
It's like,
What the hell is that thing? Is that some kind of crystal ball?
we've got like a Goku spirit bomb on our hands as you're just building up this attack. Okay, so
Alright, see you in 5 sessions, Paul.
So that's the end of the professor's turn. Next up, we've got this cheeky little warlock hiding in the side of the room, and he looks to have a sort of mischievous expression on his face, and he is going to try to cast Flaming Sphere, and therefore he's going to try to cast it on the professor, who looks.
Oh, how does delay? Effectively, I have to cancel my delay action if I want to do a reaction, don't I?
No. Yes. You get one reaction, and taking a readied action is a reaction. So if you have a different reaction, you get
Fuck.
one or the
Okay,
other.
yeah, it's fine.
But I think you could still just like use this opportunity to. I mean, if your trigger was Jax getting out of the way, then you theoretically couldn't. But I suppose it depends if you really want to release your spell.
Well,
now.
you won't lose your spell just from doing this. Are you worried about going down?
A, worried about going down. B, I could cast counterspell.
All right.
Oh, I see. Okay, so give me a DC. Give me a DC 12 Dexterity save.
Dex.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so you take 3 fire damage as this piffly little baseball-sized flaming sphere just pops on your cheek.
Sets fire to my sideburns.
And then you're gonna see
I have to put out with the balloon.
this other flaming dude on the other side sees that his compadre has failed horribly, and he is going to take this opportunity to Scorching Ray. I'm going to say they are much cleverer, so they're going to try and attack the professor. So with a Scorching
Ooh,
Ray...
do they get disadvantage for trying to shoot past me then? Or is it? I don't know.
would
I don't
say-
actually know how that works.
That's a good question.
Am I technically in cover?
I'll say because of Jax, you get half cover, which would mean +4 to your AC?
I don't think there are.
well-
Is that how it works in 5e?
Well,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
half
well,
cover
well,
adds
well,
stuff.
well,
Oh yeah. Apparently it's a +2.
my base AC at the moment is 15 anyway.
Okay, so that makes it a
So
Apparently
it
seven.
misses
one
irrelevant.
creature is half cover, 2 creatures is 3/4, which is a +5, and
Okay.
3 or more creatures is full cover.
Okay, so 2 means he misses. He's gonna think to himself, "Well, that didn't work," and he actually can't probably see Jax, so he's gonna try to hit you again. Actually, no, he's not hidden, so he misses again. with the
Yeah,
second
I'm
one.
dancing. I'm doing flips and dancing, and the shield's flying around me.
Oh,
and all
actually, yeah.
that.
Then he's gonna aim for Jax with the third one because he sees the back flips, and that's gonna be a natural 1. So I'm gonna say with a natural
Shit.
1, he's gonna do 8 fire damage to one of his companions.
Which is also no damage, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you see the beam just get absorbed by the back of this guy's skull, and he looks mildly miffed by the transgression. Next up is
Yeah, dude, nice. I give the wizard in the back like a big thumbs up, like shoot your friends.
Next up
Kill
is
your idols, shoot your friends.
Fiery Boy. Give me another
Oh.
performance check, Eddie, to see if he understands what you want yet.
All right. Oh shit! I can have advantage clicked, but the first roll was a 19.
Okay, I'll say he gets it, and you basically told him to get into the fight, right?
He like sees me stab like one of the other ones, and I look at him like that.
Okay. He's going to go over to the one that you hit and assume that the beef that you have with him is sufficient for him to turn on his brethren. And
That'll do.
he's going to attempt to hit his compadre. With a 9, not going to cut it. With an 8, not going to cut it. So basically, he's having this internal war with himself as to whether or not his new friend is better than his old friend. Cool.
Do I give him my slice of pizza?
You can contemplate that, and we'll deal with that in a moment.
I'm gonna take a full round to think about this.
Akal is not going to be having any of this bullshit, and he tries to quash the injured fire newt to the south of him. And he's going to do that by doing a war pick attack. Does he succeed? With a 20, he definitely does. So that is going to be 1d8 plus 2. Okay, so 6. He absolutely impales this fire newt, and the fire newt disappears utterly. And Akal looks very pleased with himself as he turns to face yet another fire newt standing beside him.
Nice one, Carl. Keep it up.
Next up is Caesar.
Does this is this the one that just got killed? Was the one that I punched? Right, it was the one that was blind.
To be honest,
He wouldn't have been blinded anymore.
No, the blinded one is over here.
Oh right, okay.
He's not blind anymore.
It makes the odds anyway. I want to slam my fist down on the one that's right next to me. Do a normal and strike.
The one to the north of you? Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. With 7 bludgeoning damage. This guy looks pretty fresh to the fray, but he basically is rocked by the strike to his face and starts to like stumble on his feet. Do you want to do anything else?
Yep, I'm going to spend the key point to do flurry of blows. 2 more.
Nice. 9 bludgeoning damage. And then another hit for another 9 bludgeoning damage. Okay.
Ooh.
Just describe to me how you want to put out this guy's candle, as it were.
So I initially
Such a
slammed down with my 2 fists down onto his head. Then I punched him in the stomach, and then I gave him an uppercut. And then he just like completely like goes up into the air a little bit. I catch him, and then slam him back down onto the ground.
Nice. In my head, it's a little bit like a Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat scene. And then as he hits the ground, he dissipates with a... Awesome. Okay, so that is the end of that guy. Cool.
I keep on trying to use my open hand technique, but I've just killed someone before I got to use it.
I mean, that's good though. Killing them is good.
I do technically have another attack left.
Hot shit.
Do you?
I have 2 attacks, and I just did a bonus action. Can I still move and then use my last attack on this one?
Yeah, totally. But I'm just trying to... Oh, is your... it says 2
I have-
attacks.
He gets 2 attacks normally, but as a monk, he gets the minor action, the bonus action martial arts attack as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it ends
So
up
I've-
being like 4.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Go for it. Ooh.
So he always gets the extra attack if he's attacking, but if he spends key points, he gets 2 instead, and I think they're better.
Oh, I see. Wow, look at that. 22, 25, 19, 25. 6 bludgeoning damage
Good rolls.
into the front of this guy's face. And he sees the sort of bloody, fiery mess that you've left in your wake. And he looks probably about to pee himself. So he's going to do a charisma saving throw. Okay. With a 12, I'm going to say that's not going to cut it. So he looks like he is about to do something irrational. So we'll see what happens. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, it is.
Cool. Scrammle's turn.
Irrational, you say?
Yes.
I'm not currently hidden, but if I You can step into a space that your ally's occupying.
Yes, you can go through your ally's space.
So, could I step onto where Caesar is, stab the guy that he just attacked, and then step off that space again?
Yes, I would say you can.
Cool, because if Professor Fleeb's on the other side of him, does that mean we're flanking and I get advantage?
I would say, I mean, Professor Fleeb is holding a spell, but he's still threatening. Yeah, go for it.
It's still at war, right? So yeah,
I'm holding a balloon. I have
step
no.
into Caesar's place, be like, "Oh, that's a threatening balloon," and then stab this fire dude as he hopefully has a brief moment of what balloon, even though he can't understand what we're talking about.
What is a balloon?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so with a 24, you hit. Roll damage.
That one and that one.
So that's 20 damage. Okay, so this guy absolutely just dissipates with nothing left in his, to fuel his fire, and he is gone.
I then step back round the corner and attempt to hide.
Nice. Is there any fire newts left there? No, they've been quashed. Okay, cool.
Not great.
You're going to hide. With a 14, you feel mediocrely hidden. Jex is
I'm around that same corner.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll work out eventually.
It's like a sniper that's not very imaginative.
Like, it's been working so far. Why would I switch it up?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, I mean, I go in front of a lot of boys. I'm just going to be like, you can't stop the hotness of the Jex, and I take the full dodge action, and I move back past the prof.
Nice. Okay, so that means that they can opportunity attack you with disadvantage, right?
I'm actually going to disengage instead because there's not much reason not to.
Yeah, okay, so they cannot, and that is the end.
Actually, no, I will dodge. They can take the opportunity attack.
Okay, so, and in order,
I mean,
There's not much reason not to.
yeah.
Fuck it. Why not?
Okay, I'll do it. There is a reason.
Because the reason is if you don't kill them all with the lightning, then I can still stand here soaking up damage.
Okay, so this one is going to try and hit you with disadvantage, because you can move while taking the dodge action, can't you?
Yeah, the dodge action is my action, and then I still have my full movement.
Sweet. Okay, so that's going to be a 9. That misses. Then this guy in the doorway is going to try and stick his little scimitar in there. And that is also going to miss, I assume, with a 12.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so they look very frustrated by that. Is that the end of your turn? Bonus action?
Warlock can try and slap me as well if he wants.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Suck your Warlock. Not going to work.
Suck it, Warlock.
Not going to work.
Not a phrase I expected to hear. So he's going to try and Morning Star you. With a 7, he fails horribly. Okay, cool. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm like, hit him! Whatever that crystal ball is, do it!
Boom.
Okay, so they need to make dexterity saving throws, right?
Each creature in the line must make a dexterity. A creature takes D6. Okay, yep.
Cool. So first one in the line is gonna try with a 19. I think that passes. So he takes half.
Yeah, I think that would be
cool. So the one behind,
because that'll be based off what is my spell AC?
Spell save DC.
What is my spell save DC? Where the hell? It must be said somewhere, surely.
And then the little magey boy is gonna try his turn as well. 12. I'm pretty sure your DC is better than that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where it is.
It's on the spell page at the top.
Oh, that'll be the reason I'm looking at the. Yeah, mine's 14.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they all save except for the whatchamacallit, the Warlock. So they take half and he takes full damage.
Cool. Okay. So I don't know. I'm I've got my spell save DC 14 and my spell attack bonus is 6. So what does my spell attack bonus?
Spell attack bonus is what you add to ranged spell attacks or melee spell attacks. It's just your modifier for spell attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can't.
Shocking Grasp was an attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning
Some
bolt
spells
is a
have you
save.
do the attack against their AC, and other ones make them save against one of their stats.
You don't
Okay.
have to throw the fireball in 5th edition.
Yeah.
The lightning bolt is in the space of them, and they're trying to duck and roll.
Yeah. So in this particular one, do I add a 6 to this, or am I just rolling 8?
No,
D6s?
this is your.
Okay.
Why would you add 6 just out of? You
That's
mean
just
because,
not as
your spell attack modifier is.
right. Yeah. Sorry.
is
To hit
hit.
versus DC to dodge. Yep. Got it.
So you roll your 8d6.
Nice. Okay. So
That was a real shit roll. Holy crap.
damage, and it gets rounded down, so that would be... Fuck, what is that? 12? Yeah, that's 12.
Yeah.
So the front guy takes 12 shocking damage to his face hole,
Shocking.
and so does the guy behind him. And then the warlock takes 25, and he looks in a real bad way. Yeah, because
Which was the one that cast the flaming sphere, and is that still floating around?
He did cast the flaming spear, and that is the one that cast it. Yes, I think that's one of those concentration ones that hangs around for a while.
Yeah, is it in the square? Is it in the square behind the prophet?
It would have been exactly where the professor was, so it's sort of hovering in the professor's
I think it's meant to be in an unoccupied space, but it doesn't matter that much.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll say it's kind of... I mean, you've...
But yeah, it can just be around there.
Just be moved.
It's around there. Okay, but he has to make a concentration check anyway after taking 25 damage. So his
so
DC
DC
is
12.
25. Half the damage, 12. Okay. So it's Constitution, right?
Yep.
Did all of them save? How many of them saved?
So he saved...
Oh, a lot of them saved it.
A lot of them saved, yeah.
Wow.
Oof.
That's a very unlikely save.
Okay.
So then this one takes 12. Okay, so the fire newts look pretty messed up, and the mage looks doubly messed up. Is there anything... That's your held action, right?
Yeah.
That was my held action, yes.
I'm going to move back forward, having dodged out of that. So I don't end next to the fireball thing.
Okay, sweet.
And I'm going to then use a bonus action to cast a heal on myself, because I've taken some damage. So I'm going to upcast... spells. I'm gonna upcast a healing word to 2nd level.
It sounds kind of like an updo, like a ponytail.
Yep.
Okay,
Upcast
sweet.
fun.
So you restore 1?
7
or
to
six-
7
or
to myself.
Okay,
One an extra 6 for the bonus.
that works out quite well. Okay, is that the end of your
Think.
turn?
4 plus. I think that's right. Yeah. So I gain 7, and that is my turn.
Sweet. Okay, so these warrior boys are going to try their very best to be in some way effective, but who knows?
There, that's my dodge.
They haven't done too well at that so far. Actually, no, there's one here. The only one left. Okay, so this guy that's recently been blinded is filled with an incomparable rage, and he's going to recklessly step out in between and attack the sumo, who he now probably puts together is the one that was wailing on him before.
Wait a minute.
He's going to attack with this scimitar, but that 5 definitely doesn't hit. And a 16, does that hit?
It does.
Okay, so you take 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
Cool. And then this newt is going to see the little dancing boy in front of him, and he's going to strike out at him because he can't actually no, I'll say because he just took that enormous lightning bolt. He's going to try and push past you to get to the professor who just scorched him. So he's going to let's do a contested athletics check.
I have to roll athletics?
Oh,
Or is this
no,
you
No, I do.
Checks.
He's trying to get past
Yeah.
me.
Okay, so a 16
Oops,
beats...
I had.
Oh, you had something.
It was a 10. I don't think I have.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he manages to push past you, and he's going to try and slash the professor. So it's gonna be a 22, which hits for 4 slashing
Yep.
damage.
Ooh, dear.
And then he's going to try and hit you again. But with a 9, he can't believe his luck that he managed to push past the seemingly immortal halfling. And
Unbelievable.
yeah. And
Hey, what's this taking new kinds of actions?
So he's going to just stand there, unable to believe his luck. It's going to get kind of tricky for me to put everyone.
So is he
together.
squeezing into the space with me then?
Yeah.
Awkwardly.
It's going to be. I mean, I need to push past someone, so I'll say.
I don't know how you sat your. I don't know how you sat your character bear like not on a square because
Hold Alt and you don't have to snap.
I'm going to say he can't end his turn there, and he probably wants to avoid that fireball, so he's going to step back. And then this little flamey boy is going to try and hit through the doorway. Does a 16 hit you, Jax?
Nope.
Oh, wow. He's going to try and attack again with an 18?
He should have disadvantage because I'm still dodging.
Oh, you're still taking the... Because it lasts until...
I took it on my turn. Yeah. It lasts until my turn.
Nice. Okay, in that case, they both miss, and he looks very upset. And this guy is gonna try to. What's his health like? He is gonna make a charisma saving throw.
I've pulled out a scimitar just to twirl it while I'm dodging and like blocking
Okay.
all this stuff.
With a 7, he's literally started to believe that you may be some kind of like demon sent here to reap retribution upon them. So he's going to just run away, and we'll see what happens to him. And then
Yeah, and he saw my burns fade away a second ago as well.
yeah, exactly. So then this guy's feeling braver, so he's going to step in there. And he's going to try and attack you because he can sort of like be shoulder to shoulder with his friend for a little while.
Yep,
So
yep.
he has disadvantage. So that misses. And then that one misses as well. So he cannot even touch the dancing boy. And that is the end of
Dancing boy.
Professor.
I start like
Professor.
I leave the shield
going
between me
to-
and them, but I'm like turning and wiggling my
I'm going to
butt.
say, well, in for a penny, in for a pound. I take a small pin out of my hat and pop the balloon, unleashing another lightning bolt.
Goodness gracious me.
Are you doing this right now?
Yes. Quack, quack.
Okay, I'll say that you can do it over top of Jex's head. quite
Okay.
easily.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally a halfling, and he's literally an a tall person. Okay, so let's do
Hello.
dexterity saving throws against 14. So the first one fails. The second one succeeds. This guy is going to succeed with a natural 20, and the little cowardly little running away guy is going to succeed. So we've got, goodness me, the only one that failed is the front one. Okay,
Oof.
so roll it up. Oh, goodness.
Oh, God. So bad.
So the front one just explodes in just ashes, and so rounding down from that is 9 damage. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So this guy, the front one behind the one that just died, looks like he's on death's door, like barely standing up, and the one behind him, the mage, takes half damage, and he just obliterates, splatters against the corridor.
Oh, nice. And now you're not stood next to a flaming spear that would damage you at the end of the turn.
Oh, thank God.
And then this last guy.
I was just about to rise my head into that.
And then this guy is gonna take. Yeah, this guy looks like he's on death's door as well. Like he's in a real bad way. Awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
There's no more actions I can take.
Cool. The next thing was gonna be the only warlock managing to stay standing is this little cheeky boy hiding in here.
Cheeky boy.
He is
What a
going
cheeky
to try
boy.
to do something, and he feels like he's running out of tricks here. He looks like he starts patting himself down, like when you forget where you left your keys. He's like, where did I put it? What did I do with it? And then he goes, firebolt. And because he's within melee range of you, he's going to do it with disadvantage. So that's going to
Heck yeah.
That's going to be a 10.
To be fair, he had disadvantage anyway, so he didn't lose out on anything.
Exactly. So that is going to miss, and then he looks a little embarrassed by his pathetic attempt. Next up is Fiery Boy. I'm going to say that... Where the hell is he? Is he down here? I'll say...
He's next to the hammer.
Yeah, he's got the gist of what we're talking about. So he's going to try and jump in here, and he's going to go shoulder to shoulder with the sumo and try to get rid of this guy in the middle, because he's got the idea of what he is supposed to do.
Cool.
Oh yeah, flanking
Tag
time.
team it. Tag team it. Let's go.
Exactly. He's going to roll with advantage and get a 21 with 7 slashing damage. He cuts down his comrade with merciless efficiency. Cool. And then he is going to... he looks at the rest of the situation and then sort of goes back and sort of thinks, all right, cool. And then just looks at you in a kind of like, what now kind of way.
You did good, buddy.
Such a loving relationship. Okay. Carl is seeing that the tide of the war is turning, and he's going to try and rush up into this little middle section, and he's going to chuck a javelin.
Oh, Fiery Boy has a new name, I think. His new name is Guy Fiery.
God.
Excellent.
Alright, so with a javelin, he is going to miss because he is overly excited. And that is going to be the end of a Carl's turn. Next
Of
up,
course, that's why my food didn't work. I didn't give him chicken wings.
yeah, exactly. Next up is Caesar.
Caesar's gonna run in, barging past all these guys with his fat body, and and unleash a ridiculous amount of blows. So he's gonna punch this one first with a normal attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that misses actually.
Whamp. Okay, go try again. Second attack.
Yeah, you're missing again. You've not focused enough on cardio. You're all about the strength.
Yeah, that's true actually. So I probably just like fall over, do a barrel roll.
I love
jump
that you're
up
like
and go,
puffing.
"Ta-da!
You run
I'm
down the corridor like
here!"
it's fight time, and you're puffing, puffing and puffing by the time you reach 40 feet away.
It was too much for him. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
I'll just say
There's
that
nothing else I can do. I've used my bonus. Well, actually, no, I can use a bonus action actually.
Yeah.
I was going to say before we started the session, but I changed the grappler feat that I took for the Tavern Brawler one, which makes more sense about the way that I want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that essentially gives me a bonus action, allows me to grapple with a bonus action rather than a full action.
Okay, go for it. So this can be a contested athletics check.
Very cool.
With the one in front of me.
So 12 plays. The tension is just mounting.
Sorry. Athletic.
Ooh, 16, yeah. You've definitely grappled him in a very confident but yet still puffing manner.
I think I just collapsed on top of him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I think
I was like, oh, I just like.
You start swinging your fists at him, and he just keeps leaning out of the way, and you just grab him by the neck.
Come here.
So I'm gonna
lean up against the wall.
Are you hoping to like keep him for questioning, or are you just hoping to grapple him? Because I have a trade that I'm willing to offer you. Because you're puffed from running the 20 feet down the corridor, and you're gonna fall on him, you can be prone, so you'll have to use half your movement to get up. But I'll say that fall kills him.
Yes.
Okay.
I shall kill him with my fatigue.
The trade is traded, and you see symbolically in your head like one monkey paw closes a finger, and you conclude your turn. Correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Next up is Scrammle's turn.
Kill someone with my body.
All right. I only got one left, but I'm such a long. How far away from that? 1, 2, 5. No, I'm just gonna. I'll do what we did last time. Pull out, get out my longbow again. Do a little twirl with the arrow as I cock it, and I move around the corner and yell, "All right, everybody, duck again!" As I loose an arrow at this guy, hoping
I like that. Only Paul, the Professor Fleeb has to move out of the way.
Good. Is
the dwarf
Carl
halfling.
still but massive though? He did increase his size at some point. Is he still a big boy, or is he not anymore?
No, that has subsided after the little rest period.
All right, I see. Everybody duck again. Plus a Fleeb ducks, and I just fire arrow at this dude at the end of the corridor because I popped round the corner.
Caesar's lying down.
My hide roll previously was 14, but I don't know what this guy's deal is.
I'll say, because it was a fairly low stealth roll, I'll give him the opportunity to sort of perceive it, but because he's running away like a little wussy, he's going to do it with disadvantage. So
cool.
Yeah, he does not see you, so that you can roll with advantage.
All right, take this, you little wussy.
Ooh, natural.
That's a lot of damage.
Go for it.
And then does
You
sneak
can
attack get
just
crits
press
as well?
sneak attack. Yes, it does. Just hit it twice.
Just hit. Okay, sure.
Nice. Okay. So 8 + 4. It's weird that it's writing out the +4 like that.
It's when you crit, it rolls the extra damage like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you've got 12, which makes it 25 plus
34.
that is 34 damage. Okay, so what happens is you manage to loose this arrow, a stray bit of arcane energy that was like dangling around Professor Fleeb's neck, like engulfs the arrow and causes it to enlarge by like 12 times. And as it's got so much heavier, the arrow doesn't quite get as far as it would have, but it manages to crush the fire newt with its weight at the very end, and this fire newt is just dead.
Yeah, that's a trick I haven't showed you guys yet. The old bigger arrows trick.
And I just like the idea that Professor Fleeb is just a bit scatterbrained, and he's accidentally like letting off magic just when he's not
Bits of
concentrating.
sporadic magic.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else you would like to do, Scramble?
Duck background. Actually, there was a couple of. I'm gonna duck into this room instead to hide. Right, so I'm a little bit closer.
Okay, cool.
But I'm gonna roll my hide. The cunning action, sneaky
Yeah.
boys.
You feel
22,
very
pretty stellar.
sneaky inside.
Like,
the room.
I can't see them. They can't see me.
Next up is Lord of the Dance.
Okay, so I do a spin
Mm-hmm.
and then look him dead in the eyes and stop dancing.
Look who dead in the eyes? The guy in the room?
To
I'm
me,
gonna look at the
looks
warlock
Fleeb
here.
dead in the eyes. I've
I'm
spun
gonna
one
look at
way.
the warlock here and stop
Okay.
dancing and
What
just
do you-
point at him.
What are you
and then I'm
hoping
gonna-
to
Well,
accomplish?
I'm just flavoring this.
Okay, cool.
So then I do a combat roll past him, stop next to him, jab him with a rapier. Miss. I'm
A
like,
natural
oh.
one. Okay.
So
actually,
then-
no. Do me a favor. Give me a performance check.
oh wait, it's a natural one. Let me try again.
To-
It's a crit!
Oh my god!
But just for fun,
Baffling.
to augment this with flavor,
Okay.
give me a performance check because I want to see.
Sorry, that's persuasion. Performance, a
Oh.
20.
Okay, so your spin is so dazzling that you manage to sort of hide the natural one misstep underneath like the combat roll, and it looks intentional. Before you just stab this guy right in the chest, and you can roll damage for that.
14.
14 piercing damage. Okay, this guy was pretty fresh, but he's looking bloodied as hell now. Is there anything
And
else you
now-
want to do?
I'm gonna stab him again, second attack.
Ooh, the secret technique.
Yeah, secret technique. I'm like, I know you. 15 against the
Let's
warlock.
check. Let me check. This isn't the one with mage armor, so I'm gonna check. Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Another 8.
Ooh, this guy is not doing well. Is that
And
gonna be a good time?
then, I'll let him get. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna do a back roll through this guy's legs, so the warlock can make an opportunity attack against me, and I'm gonna be on the other side of this guy in the other room.
Okay, does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, he misses. And is that the end of Jex's turn? I like the roll from the legs.
I'm just gonna healing word myself again with just a level 1. Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
7 healing. Next up is this sole remaining fire newt has just seen himself get absolutely like nutmegged and embarrassed by the halfling. So he's gonna turn and hit you in a very sort of I'm upset kind of way.
Yeah.
So that's an
Ooh,
8.
he hits.
Okay, so that does 3 slashing damage. And then he's going to try and hit you again. But with an 8, he misses, possibly overawed by being in the presence of the Lord of the Dance.
I love that, like, yeah, the damage I take is because he's made of fire as I roll through his legs.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. So next up is Professor Fleeb, because there's literally no more warriors other than Fiery Boy.
I love doing rolls with this animated shield. It makes me feel like Metroid kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a very Metroid behavior. Professor Fleeb is up.
Well, I shuffle forward. And I go, you there, you know, the one with the armor. Yeah, fuck you. So, for information about stopping grass,
Yeah.
I on hit target takes 1 hit on the anchor, and I have advantage on attack rolls if the target is wearing armor.
I'll say
The made
he's wearing-
that is made of metal.
Yeah, it's like ceremonial armor, but it's made of metal, so you can roll with advantage.
Well, I rolled a 25 anyway, so I don't think it really matters at this point.
Nice. Roll damage.
5.
Nice.
You're
No,
having a crit though.
God, my damage rolls have been poor. Woo!
Okay, so you see these shocking bolts of energy come out of your wizened hands. I just like to imagine they're wizened. And then
He's from
sort of-
casting lightning bolts out of them all the time.
He is a
Exactly.
wizard after all.
And he gets
A
what, sorry,
wizened
after all?
wizard. He's a wizened wizard, I think was the joke there.
Oh,
I was
nice,
trying to make.
nice. So you see that this like fire newt mage is shaking while holding his sort of scepter, and he looks very shaken up by that. Is there anything else?
Paul, you should just check to see if you crit. Yeah, because you can crit on spell attack rolls, but not other kinds of spells.
Oh, how do I see if I crit?
Or you just roll
just-
again.
Roll my attack again.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Nope. No,
Cool.
I don't.
Okay.
Failed to crit.
The wizened wizard shocked the fire lizard, snapped him in half,
Nice. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
gave him an ice
Yes.
bath.
Okay. This guy is looking very overwhelmed by his situation. He's used to hiding behind an endless disposable sea of warriors. So he is going to consider his options very carefully.
That should be updated to that number. Huh?
Okay, so he is going to use Hellish Rebuke as a reaction. So you make a
Oh no, I'm on fire.
you make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm definitely on fire.
Okay, so
Oh,
you
no.
take 17 fire damage.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm down.
So to be fair, I think I should have said that he did that earlier.
No, there's no reason for me to actually. I did do the nature check, the history check, so maybe I would have known that. But nonetheless, I was going to maybe attack him anyway. And hellish rebuke is just based off attacks, isn't it? Like I could get that attack done anyway. So
Yeah, basically, I should have said it earlier. It doesn't really change anything because he would have only have done it after you attacked. But basically, this is his turn now, so he gets to attack again because I forgot to do it before. Cool. So that means you're gonna hit the ground, and he's gonna step.
Ugh.
He's gonna tentatively step out, but then he sees the sumo there, and he's gonna like scuttle back and try to attack like through the door, and he's gonna try and cast a firebolt at the sumo, whose name is Caesar. And that is going to be a 9. So he's just basically terrified by the enormous sumo. And
I'm prone, aren't I?
oh yes, you're prone. So that means he would have disadvantage anyway. So he misses.
He gets. I think it's you get advantage if you're within 5 feet, even with ranged attacks against prone,
Oh really? Okay. So
and you
it would
get
work out.
disadvantage. Yeah. So the same as like if you were doing, say, you were doing a melee attack from reach. If you're 10 feet away, you still get disadvantage against prone people.
Gotcha. Either way, he would have disadvantage for using a ranged attack within melee range. So it would be a normal roll, and he gets a 9 anyway. So he
Right.
looks like he's a bit of a wussy, and his hellish rebuke was kind of a bit of a fluke. Next up is the fiery boy. Let's say what action or what charades did you do during your previous turn, Eddie?
That's a good question. I guess as I
you
like,
fired an arrow.
yeah. I mean, after I fire, I guess as I move to like hide, as I move past Fire Boy, I like
Give him a
point him
chicken
down
wing.
the corridor again as I'm like moving past
Just
her.
give him a chicken wing as you roll away.
And I eat a chicken wing as I
Okay.
duck into the
Yeah,
corner.
you're get out.
And then
Okay.
like throw the bone down the corridor.
I'll say because you guys have established rapport, this is more of a persuasion check than a performance check. So give me a persuasion check.
Is my persuasion? It is slightly better.
Oh, okay.
It's when I roll better.
With a 17, he sort of walks casually down the corridor, picks up the chicken bone, kind of examines the situation, and sees another one of the people that he's been slaughtering and goes, "Yeah, all right, might as well." And
Head for a penny.
He's going to attack this guy. He misses on the left, and he strikes with the second attack, causing this guy to take some damage. But He's looking fairly
No
lackadaisical
going back now.
about his responsibilities. Cool. But if he takes damage, wouldn't that give him the ability to shake off the charm?
I think only if he takes it from one of us.
Oh, okay. Cool. Next up
I'll read
is
Charm quickly.
Yeah, post it in.
Akal. So Akal
okay.
is going to try to push his advantage, and he is going to... Actually, he's starting to think to himself, this is working out quite well for me, but I didn't really do that much. So he's going to try to stabilize the wizard. So he is going to roll a medicine check.
If we're fighting it, it gets advantage, but
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
that's
so
about the only time that it matters.
medicine is an intelligence check? I think it's intelligence.
Yeah, and
wisdom.
Wisdom.
If we harmed it, it would be.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So he's going to make, I think, to stabilize a person, they've got to be DC 10, I think. So,
Yeah, it's the standard base of DC 10.
Okay,
If you
cool.
crit, it gets 2, but oh no, it's medicine check, not stabilization check. Yep.
So stabilize 5e unconscious creature. So it's definitely DC 10, right? it's
So
DC 10.
like, yeah.
Okay, sweet. So let's see what he can do. Oh, with a 15, he basically takes. He finally looks inside himself and
Puts me out.
You see, he finds.
We don't really need this guy, right?
He finds the warm and fuzzy Akal that used to be there before the blind rage and revenge took over, and he sort of tenderly tends your wounds as his deathly enemies are standing on either side. Cool. So that means you don't need to make death saving throws, but you need to still be actually revived properly later on.
Yep, I'm just knocked out.
Yeah. Okay. So next up is Caesar.
Cool. I'm gonna just stand up using half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
I still have 20 feet left.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I'm just gonna.
Just to note, if you stand over Fleeb's corpse, you'll get advantage on the one between us.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Okay,
do.
yeah, sure.
But yeah, I might as well. Yeah, Jack said, smack the one between us.
Okay. So you hit, and which one are you attacking? Sorry. Oh, that guy.
Oh, does it roll the damage every time? I see.
So -4. Okay, so you do a bludgeoning attack to this guy, but he looks a little fresher, and he's still dancing from foot to foot.
Yep. So I spend a key point to do a flurry of blows.
You still have another attack before you do that, right?
If I kill him with the first flurry of blows, can I switch target or?
Every one of your attacks can be against a separate target, but you get a second attack always, right? When you
without
attack.
using the key point.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll use my normal attack then.
Yeah.
But this one is hit. This attack has hit, so I can only use key point on successful attacks.
You're right. So it would be a gamble about the
Yeah.
second
So
hit.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my key point to start a flurry of blows because I know I've got it. So first attack on this target again.
Yeah.
Misses.
With advantage. So roll again.
Oh.
You can flurry of blows even if you didn't hit. Because immediately after you take the attack action.
Oh, I thought it means I had to hit. I thought that had been playing that wrong. Well,
Okay, so the first flurry of blows misses. Next one. Okay, 17 hits, so roll damage. Oh, 6 bludgeoning damage. Okay, so he's starting to look real messed up, but he's not dead yet.
And now you still have
and
one
then
more.
I can use open hand technique to make him fall prone, and he needs to take a dex save throw of 12.
Can you put it in the chat? I mean, I'll do it anyway, but I'm just curious for future reference. Starting, you can manipulate on its own. Whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks, you can impose... Oh, okay, cool. Saving throw. So he's going to do a dex save. Okay, so 14, does that work?
Yeah, he saves, so he doesn't fall prone.
Okay, so he stands there with his last residual energy clinging to life.
Right.
Is that the end of it?
Then I'm going to use my last attack on him.
Okay, cool.
I look at this just like, huh. Hit him 4 times.
Hit him 4 times.
I haven't seen this.
9
It's-
bludgeoning damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that little rest that you took, lying prone on the ground, has revitalized you immensely, and you basically just slam your hands together like you're applauding, and you just crush him between your hands.
Nice.
He's dead.
He's gone.
Yeah. Is that the end of your turn?
For clarity, I'll move back to where I was.
Okay, thank you. Next up is Scramble.
I only got this one dude left, basically, and Guy Fiery, but we've got one enemy left.
Guy.
Yeah,
Fiery.
I guess like as I pop my head round the corner, I'm like, "Hey, bitch!" As I just like stab him with the rapier, as I like poke my head round the corner, standing. Is it altar like somewhere around here?
He was
Just poke my head
excuse
round the corner.
excuse me. Just nudging through everyone.
Like shimmying along the wall, like between the car, like helping out with Fleeb on the floor. I'm just like give them a wink as I like poke my head round the corner, like, "Hey, bitch!" and just go to stab him. I think I got a stealth on like 22 last time, so I'm assuming this is a sneak attack based on.
Well, maybe. So you're trying to hit the warlock, right?
Yeah, he's the only one left alive, right? So
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely stealthed, but I'll say because you're basically just coming straight into his space. I'll give him a check because it's a kind of a bit of a gray area as to whether you're
okay.
like hiding in combat is one of those kind of weird things. So
Yeah.
it's wisdom perception, but you rolled like a 22 or something.
Yes, I rolled 22. I just checked.
Okay, cool. He rolls a 17, so you can do a sneak attack.
Cool. Stab. 16.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Cool. That one and that one. 18
Nice.
damage.
Okay, so you basically stab through one of the gaps in this guy's armor, and you can tell me how he disintegrates.
Cool, yeah. I like stab through a gap in his armor, and like as his body disintegrates, I just like leave my rapier there, and the entire armor is like held upright on my rapier somehow. And as I like pull it back out to sheath it, the armor just like clatters down as like, after I pull it out. He's already a pile of ash on the floor. I'm just like, hey, I pull my rapier out and put it away, and then it clatters down.
I love it.
So,
Awesome.
I run up to Fleeb, and I'm not actually good at medicine. I have healing spells, but I like pretend to look. I'm like, oh no, let me clear the way. Let me check him out.
Oh yeah.
And I just like look him over. Like don't even touch him. Like I just look at him standing up. He's still got all his like clothes on, and I can't see the wounds. And I just like, so you got him, okay, right, Carl?
Oh,
you helped him, right, Carl?
I think it worked. I think I stabilized it.
Oh, okay, in my expert opinion, good job. But I'm feeling a little bit raw after that.
Akal says, "Yeah, I think. I mean, revenge is great and everything, but I could use a breather."
Yeah, let's get this guy propped up in the corner.
What? You guys are tired? I'm just getting started.
Let's drag Professor Fleeb. These are vats of water, right, in the hammer room?
Yeah, those are genuine water rather than liquid silver.
Yeah, although actually let's drag him to the one that doesn't have the hammer
Okay, cool.
while he's maybe woozy. You guys
Alright.
coming with?
You're in the marginally quieter, like, forge area.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll like stand watch by the door, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Make sure.
And
that
should
no
we
one's
do a short? Yeah. If you keep an eye on this, we could probably do a short rest.
I'm fully fine, so I'm happy to keep watch while you guys take a break.
Sweet. I'm gonna
Okay.
cook. Well, I see that you ate a chicken wing and threw the bone to Guy Fiery. I'm like, all right, let's make some spicy chicken wings.
How long is a short rest? Because charm person lasts an hour.
A
An
short
hour.
rest, I think, is about an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Guy Fiery
so-
might turn on us
Good
halfway
luck.
through our short rest.
But yeah, it depends. So what? He's our friend now.
It's one fighting you.
He turned on his allies. What's he gonna do? I'm making chicken for him.
Okay, so you guys take a short rest, roll your hit die, and do everything you need to do that recovers.
Yep. So everyone who wants to spend hit dice will get some. My song of rest is going to be the chicken wings I make.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
I've
Good
just
song.
got to see He
How
put a
does this
value
work
on
for
this.
me? Because I'm unconscious.
So you now get to spend as many hit dice as you want, but you can spend them one at a time. So I'm just finding what my feature is, Song of Rest. I think it's a D6. Yes. So I'm also going to be spending some hit dice, so I'm going to roll my Song of Rest for myself.
I'll
so I'm
say,
gonna...
because, sorry to interrupt you, because you were stabilized and because we're no longer in combat, you're basically nursed back to health during this short rest, so you can roll your hit dice like normal.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm going to roll my first hit die, which I got 5, but I also am going to roll my Song of Rest. So from my first hit die, I gained 8 health. And then I'm going to spend another one. I don't get the song. I only get the Song of Rest once per thing. So I'm at 48 out of 53. I'm gonna. I'll roll one more just because. Okay, I'm on max health.
Nice,
So
nice.
Paul, if you want to spend a hit die on your character sheet, it should say hit dice, and you can press the button there.
Like this?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so gain 4 plus. So you gain 10 from your first hit die, and then you can
Okay.
spend more hit dice one at a time, the same way you did on your own. But
Do it again.
anyone else taking some heals?
No, I'm still at max health. I'm not taking any damage.
Caesar, Caesar, you want some of this chicken?
Yep.
You want some of these chicken
Okay.
wings?
Sorry,
I
So
wasn't
everyone
paying
gets the
attention.
I'm
chicken
up
wings.
to-
I was trying to
I,
find out.
I
what
still
my hit
have
die
some of
was.
the chicken wings. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Everyone gets the chicken wings.
I'm up to 20 HP.
Cool. Is that where
Sweet.
you're sticking then?
What was that?
Is that where you're sticking? That's cool.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, I'm like, yeah.
Legit.
What
Okay.
were these chicken wings?
So you spend a hit die.
Yeah.
Basically, so you heal 1 from your own hit die, and you heal 5 from my Song of Rest. So you heal 6.
Right.
And then, so once per short rest, when you spend hit dice, I can make that first hit die better, basically.
Okay, so I've rolled 6. I'm doing another one.
Yeah, and you can just keep doing them one at a time on your own now. And does Akal want some healing?
Akal says, yes, please.
So he can spend a hit die, and on whatever hit die he spends, he's getting an extra 4.
Okay, sweet.
And we also share. I'm sharing. So I'm cooking up some chicken wings. I'm sharing them with a Guy as well.
Okay, fine.
Oh, nice. We're going to deal with that in just 1 second, and it's going to be hilarious.
Okay. I think it would be funny if he puts the chicken wing in his mouth, and that's when the spell ends, and he decides whether or not the
Yeah.
spice is too much.
Exactly. We're gonna see what happens. So, Akal
I've
is
used 4 hit
looking
dice, and I've
good.
got an ability called Wholeness of Body, which allows me to heal for 18 once per
Wow.
long rest.
Nice.
So in total, it's 38. So I was actually quite bashed up doing that fight. So now I'm back up.
What is wholeness of? It might be better for you to use more hit dice rather than your wholeness of body.
I used 4.
Just because you can use wholeness of body as an action, but to use your hit dice, you have to take a rest. So you can use wholeness of body in the middle of a fight for your turn.
Let's do 2 more. It's another 9. Okay.
It just means you have an emergency reserve of hit points that you can access during stuff.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like second wind or something for a fighter.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I think it's basically like that.
Cool. Is that everyone's admin handled?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, do you regain spell slots or something?
No, I do not. Because I don't have my spell book.
Yes,
Oh.
that's true. So,
I'm a wizard without their spell book, so I
mean, I
cannot
could go
regain
and,
my
like,
spells.
Shall I go and have a look at these quarters that we just cleared out to see if anything's interesting?
Stealth around while we rest to try and find a spell book.
Yeah, exactly. You got a guy looking after you, right?
Oh fuck.
okay, so you and Scramble are gonna head back to these rooms to try to find stuff. Is that correct?
Who's that? Sorry.
Sorry,
think-
Scramble and
I think
the
just
Professor?
Scramble.
Okay, just Scramble. Okay, give me an
'Cause
investigation.
I don't need
check.
healing, so what these guys are.
No, if I'm
Sort
awake
of.
and it's only been an hour, then I will go because I'm.
Well, no. So he's doing that while we rest.
Oh, I
think,
see.
isn't he?
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save you some time. Investigation.
Cool.
24.
Alright. Okay, with the 24, you spend about an hour, and you discover.
Well,
that-
I'm extra to get back for the chicken.
You discover that that this room. Well, you're searching for rooms, is what I'm saying. And
Okay, yeah.
during that time, you discover that this room contains a variety of rations and sort of knickknacks that looks like they've been cleared out from the rest of the forge, and a very old and dusty-looking book.
Oh, now you get to be a wizard.
Cool. I like.
Multiclassing.
I keep the spell book, he says.
As I stroll back into the room, playing with whatever knickknacks, I'm like, oh, look at all this cool stuff I found. Oh man, look, I'm like juggling a bunch of random shit. And I'm like, oh, there's also this fucking old book or something. I toss at the professor. You're a nerd, right? You like these things. So like,
Slaps me in the face.
yeah, you fall unconscious again.
And
now we find out it's not your spell book.
Well,
Even if it's not,
as soon
chucking
as
the book at him before I find out what it is anyway.
As soon as you see it, Professor, you realize it is your spellbook, although it has been slightly mistreated by the fire newts, its magical properties have prevented
Not by
it
Scramble
from
at all,
being
he's treated it very-
permanently damaged.
Okay, so arcane recovery. Once per day after you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots have a combined level that is equal to or less than half your wisdom level rounded up.
So you get 3 spell slots?
So I get
3 levels worth of spell.
3 levels worth of spell slots, yeah.
Not bad.
Cool. And while this is happening, I'm going to need a cooking check from Jex.
Oh, yes!
I'm not
get
sure
a-
what stat that would be.
Let me check.
Actually, it would be
said
with your
something
cooking
about-
utensils.
Yeah.
So I'll say it's probably, to be honest...
Let's see.
Survival?
No, that's more for like making like
Racial
rations and stuff, whereas this is like creating a fancy meal. So I would say
So,
it's probably
yeah, it'll be
Dex or Charisma or something.
They're the same for me, so either one is fine.
Okay, then let's roll Dex.
So
And
so I've got proficiency, I've got Dex, so I'm gonna have a +6 to this,
Nice.
and I get to add a D4 as well because of my because of my hospitality.
Nice.
So 1d20 +6 + 1d4.
Oops, sorry.
No, we're all trapped in a tiny hut.
I didn't mean to tiny hut.
Flicking through your pages going, oh, tiny hut.
Okay.
I rolled
Okay.
a 29 on those chicken wings.
Okay.
That's a
So
fucking good ass chicken wings.
what's gonna happen is just as the charm humanoid spell is fading on Fiery Boy, he puts the chicken wing perfectly cooked into his mouth and starts chewing on it. And as he realizes that he's been charmed, because I think that's a feature of Charm Person, and he realizes that he's surrounded by a group of people that aren't his friends and aren't even the same species as him, he suddenly tastes it, and everything else just flies out of his head, and he just takes on a very docile, sort of zen demeanor. And if you didn't know any better, you would think that he was in the midst of a food coma, and he seems to be taking on a completely non-aggressive stance. We'll see what happens with that later on, but for the moment, he could not be happier.
Yeah! What an important time to roll well.
And I think just a peek behind the screen, and I think some of you will already know this, but a 29 is basically a 30 in D&D 5e is like you've achieved the impossible, almost the impossible. So 29 is basically almost the impossible. So I'm quite happy.
Just like, hey, I'm just saying over and over to the while I'm cooking, I'm like, oh, these smell so good. Oh, this is gonna be great, and everyone's like probably sick of it by the time I'm actually preparing.
Guy,
and then I serve it up and like, now I don't mean to, I'm not one to compliment myself too much, but this might be my finest work yet. And I sing a song about chicken wings that isn't that good.
Got any more of those chicken wings?